Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a pretty interesting show in store for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, today we have, I guess today is JJ Redick day, because this ain't his day. As you guys know, JJ Redick just recently accepted a role as the new Lakers head coach. And to me, what's crazy is that all of these things that are coming out about it, you would think JJ Redick is running for governor of California or something like that. It is that crazy. The amount of scrutiny that comes with that position as being the Lakers head coach. And things are just gone from bad to worse. As you guys know, 2 days ago, he conducted his introductory press conference. It was about a 47-minute introductory press conference where he spoke about a bunch of things. But there was a particular part during the sit-down alongside General Manager Rob Pelinka where JJ Redick was asked to respond to the things that are being said out there in social media, on the internet, about his lack of qualifications to hold the head coaching position of the Los Angeles Lakers. And in typical JJ Redick fashion, not only did he just pretty much dismiss all of these people, he then said something pretty interesting, which was he then went on to decide to take a shot at the podcasting and the social media space from which he came from. And a front office sports reporter actually produced this well-thought, well-written article where he's essentially calling JJ Redick out for his hypocritical statements. So let me get into this article here. It starts off with the headline. It says, JJ Redick's hypocritical pot shots at engagement farming industry. Continues on. I've seen a lot of introductory coach press conferences. I don't remember a rookie coach coming off as self-serving as JJ Redick of the Lakers did on Monday. Dating back to his days at Duke, Redick has been perceived as cocky, which you have to be to a certain extent to carve out a 15-year NBA career and hoist more than 4,700 threes. But since retiring after the 2021 season, Redick built an all-new lucrative career as an ESPN studio analyst, the then game analyst and podcast host. Yet Redick seemed to take a swipe at the legion of sports media talkers who have debated his hiring by the Lakers. During the presser, Redick was asked about what misconceptions he wants to dispel as a coach. It's been a really interesting 6 weeks or so, just in terms of being a part of the engagement farming industry, he replied. It's really been interesting. However, I don't really have a great answer for your question because I really don't give a what. Honestly, I want to coach the Lakers. Come again, JJ? Profanities aside, Redick's snide comments about the engagement farming industry struck me as pretty rich. What was the sports media industry supposed to do? Ignore the accurate reports he was jumping from ESPN to coach one of the league's most iconic franchises? The 40-year-old Redick has an excellent future on TV if coaching doesn't work out. I thought he was a terrific pot stirrer on Stephen A. Smith's First Take, if less impressive as a game analyst. But one of the reasons he scored the Lakers job with no coaching experience is his meteoric rise as a TV analyst and podcaster. In less than 3 years, he's ascended to ESPN's #1 NBA broadcast team with Doris Burke and Mike Breen, then became LeBron's James podcasting partner. You could argue his rapid media rise was one reason why ESPN dumped Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson after 16 years. Was Redick part of the engagement farming industry when he was ripping Doc Rivers and firing off opinions during the last 3 years, or nah? It reminds me of the time Redick clashed with Smith and other analysts on First Take his heated argument with Kendrick Perkins in February over whether racism impact the MVP voting. I usually had no problem with Redick's argument, which was typically direct and thoughtful. It was a holier than thou attitude towards First Take embrace debate format. What we've witnessed is the problem with the show, complained Redick, where we create narratives that do not exist in reality. Fair enough, in a vacuum. But Redick wasn't speaking in a vacuum. He was appearing on First Take, which has been on air for 17 years. I have little patience for former jocks taking media paychecks and still acting like they're above it all. Exactly. A former ESPNer, Bill Simmons, put it, who's making him go to First Take? Just go onto the show. If you don't like the format, don't do it. Exactly. Redick made $116 million playing basketball. No one made him sit and stew at South Street Seaport. And then the article goes on to say a few other things. Folks, many people are not fans of JJ Redick as it appears to be. JJ, listen, the irony in all of this is that when we first got the news that JJ Redick was coming into the sports media space, we produced the show, the videos on our channel, you can go hunt it down, expressing our excitement to have JJ Redick enter into the sports media space. But then we quickly realized that all JJ Redick was going to do was sit up there and twerk it up for NBA players, make excuses for them all over the place. And you can see that exhibited during his sit-down interview with Ben Simmons, where he basically held his hands throughout the entire interview. And from that point forward, and then he started disrespecting players from a previous era, players that built the league for his ass to go up there and earn $160 million. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm done with JJ Redick. But apparently the chickens have come home to roost and people are really not feeling them. These are my thoughts. What I want to know from you guys, what do you think about today's show? What do you think about the report? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.